Hi everyone, welcome back to my little corner of the internet. And to celebrate getting over 100 subscribers, I bought a tiny little ring light, so that's why I got little circles here. Hopefully the lighting is better though, so that'll be fun. And two, last week I asked on the community tab here and on my Instagram what review you would like to see, either Extraction 2 or The Witcher Season 3 Part 1. And you can guess by the thumbnail and the title who won. So let's talk about it. Reviewing half a season feels like a bad idea, honestly, but this is how Netflix releases its shows now, so we're gonna play along. Season 3 of The Witcher is Henry Cavill's last season as Geralt. He will be replaced by Liam Hemsworth, aka the second best Hemsworth, from season 4 onward. And honestly, I think we can all agree it's really sad because Henry Cavill is awesome and carries a lot of the show. So it's hard to not hyper focus on not only his performance in the show, but also the chemistry between all of the actors, and thinking about how Liam Hemsworth will have to kind of insert himself and inherit this. Because let's face it, in order to be accepted by fans, he will need to surpass Cavill's performance. I do not envy that man. Not to mention that it seems like Netflix is also abandoning Liam Hemsworth. Those "he's still Geralt" billboards that they've placed all over are the weirdest promotional shtick I've ever seen, and honestly doesn't do anyone any favors. It's off-putting to say the least. So I don't know what they were trying to do there. But okay, let's talk about the season. Well, half season. Overall, I thought it was an okay half season. There were some great moments, such as Geralt, Ciri, and Yennefer being a family, and Jaskier being like the Uncle Jaskier and just being himself. However, I do think the plot is getting way too convoluted and we're getting more questions than answers. For example, a big question, at least for me, is what is up with Ciri's dad? How come he's alive? And why is he evil now? How did he become the White Flame? What does it all actually mean? Etc, etc, etc. Like, I don't understand what's going on there. Maybe, probably I missed something. I do that, but I don't know. Seems weird. We might get answers for all of that in part 2, so I'm not gonna make too much of a big deal about it, but also it is kind of weird how we're not mentioning this at all so far. What I am going to make a big deal about is the production's quality or severe downgrade of it. The contact lenses were always horrible from the beginning, but Yennefer's hair this season feels like, I don't even know if it is a wig or if it's not a wig, but it looks like a wig. It looks really bad. It just lays on her head and I just kind of want to comb her hair the entire time. It's very annoying. It's distractingly awful. And we also get some extremely questionable wardrobe choices and very, very cheap special effects. In the first episode, Ciri seems to be wearing what can only be described as H&M skinny jeans, honestly. And in episode 2, I believe, when Yennefer takes Ciri to her family's home, you can see them looking at the field and it's fine, and then they cut back and it's so very clearly a green screen. It's so distracting. I thought I was watching something that was closer to Xena Warrior Princess budget, not a Netflix huge Witcher budget. So I don't know what happened there. And, I wish I could show you, but Netflix is weird about screen grabs and stuff, but just, you've watched the episode if you're watching this. You know what I'm talking about. It can't be hidden. It's not something that you miss, honestly. So it's just so bad. Also, controversial take, hot take, I did not like episode 5. I didn't think the non-linear storytelling device was necessary, and it felt like a weird recap episode for an episode that we haven't seen. Also, why is Yennefer slut-shaming another sorceress when what she's wearing is not exactly the epitome of modesty? It was very weird. Don't be mean, or at least find something better to be mean about. Anyway, part 2 of the season will only have 3 episodes, so I wonder what will happen there, like how much more story we have. Episode 5 ended with the big reveal of the big bad, but everything is so convoluted at this point. I need someone to make a murder board for me. We have the elves are looking for Ciri because she's the chosen one for something. The White Flame is looking for Ciri because she's his daughter and probably for another reason related to her powers. Who else is looking for her? The Kingdom with the really annoying king because the advisor and Philippa want her. Yeah, I've lost track. The funny thing is, despite all that, I still very much enjoyed this half season. I think this is due to the core group's really strong chemistry. They're so fun to watch and create an entertaining atmosphere despite the lack of plot development. I know I said like everything is convoluted, but the story itself doesn't seem to be moving. We're just getting more and more and more pieces for the same situation. Anyway, back to what I do like. I love seeing Geralt and Ciri's relationship the most. There's a lot of trust on both sides and it creates really, really beautiful scenes, right? When they're fighting monsters together, you can see that Geralt is not busy trying to protect Ciri. He's letting her fight. He trusts that she can do it, and Ciri, on the other hand, trusts that if she's in trouble, Geralt will be there to save her, like to help her. So it's really beautiful. It's a really beautiful bond to see. Ciri and Yennefer are great too. There's more tension there, which makes sense since they don't know each other as long, and Yennefer was very literally ready to sacrifice Ciri to get her powers back. So there's, little wrench in there. Then there is, of course, Geralt and Yennefer's relationship, which, after starting very hot and heavy, has calmed down to something very comfortable. I think even with the anger and distrust, you can feel that there is an unbreakable bond between them, and that's really thanks to both actors. I also loved seeing Jaskier and Ciri bond. That was really, really cute, and really the season is as good as it is thanks to its cast, which is why it's so heartbreaking to know that its very key main player will be replaced. I won't be surprised if Netflix ends up just canceling the show after season 3, honestly. Between the writer's strike and the cold reception of the season, they can even try and use those as excuses to hide behind. I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen, but I'm just saying I will not be surprised if this is what happens. But yeah, what did you think of this season so far? Are you a fan of the books, the games, both? Neither. I listened to the books, but have never played the games, and honestly, I don't remember much from the books either. Comment, like, and subscribe, and do all the things, and I'll see you next time. Bye!